Welcome to Serving Locally with me, your host, Mrs.Deines.Serves, a podcast where we spotlight service in the Longmont and surrounding communities. All right, let's connect. Hi, welcome to today's episode of Serving Locally with me. I am here today with Jorge Garza of Longmont Walks. So we'll just start with who are you and what is Longmont Walks and just a quick little overview.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for the introduction. I'm Jorge Garza, and moved here about 2.5 years ago with my amazing wife from Louisiana. We have a really cliche story, had our honeymoon over here, and immediately knew that we were in love with Colorado. We're part of the problem, but we're trying to make it work. And yeah, it's one of the best things that we've had to do in our life, but it was like a really big change. We didn't know anybody over here, and we were really lucky to get connected with Longmont Walks. And Longmont Walks is a pedestrian advocacy and community building organization. We're part of a broader national organization which does advocacy for getting more people walking, building more spaces so people can have transportation with dignity throughout buses, bike lanes, all different kinds of things, and just recognizing that movement, being outside, is something that is really healthy and helps a lot with equity. And this all started when the person who founded the group, Anna Lucaci, she had the experience of not having a car, living in Denver, and she actually got hit by a car as a pedestrian, which completely changed her life. And ever since then, she's been trying to create more advocacy, and we're kind of really trying to get people to connect with their local community, realize how lucky we are in Longmont, and also realize that our built environment, the fact that we have 40 parks, that we have the same Brain Riverwalk, all these things are things that don't happen in a vacuum, right? They're values that people have in their community. They're things that people do to be able to make that happen. And we also want to connect people. We see so many people in our walks who are remote workers, a lot of grandparents that move to be closer to their grandkids, and there just isn't a lot of space for them to be able to connect with different people. And that's a really big thing that we provide. I love seeing on a recent walk, we had somebody who was 19 talking with somebody who was 70. It's just really building this awesome connection that they've had. This person has a new grandma here in Colorado, and that wouldn't have happened anywhere else. We want to provide that first space for people to be able to connect. And I think finally, we just really want people to kind of have their attention on nature, be able to slow down a little bit. And I think walking is such a great way to be able to be thankful for your community. And then we also want to give back to our community. So we've done beautification walks. We picked up a couple truckloads of trash from around Union Reservoir. We've done food drives and clothing drives with our center. And everything that we buy, such as the hat that I brought here today, we do with Skasma, a local company. So we're invested in Longmont, and we want to connect people in Longmont and find ways to make people appreciate this amazing city.
That's great. I love all of that. That's a very out of the box.
Yeah, definitely.
Out of the box way to connect. So you kind of did, but give us a little more background about your organization.
Sure. So our local organization is mostly organized through Meetup. We have we have 5 walks a week. We have walks at McIntosh, Pella's, all over the place. And then usually every single Saturday, I'll organize a walk where we'll go to some random grab bag spot. We recently went down to Lake McKay. We've been out to Netherland. We've been to all different kinds of spaces and trying to find local festivals to get people connected. We went to the Goldens in Golden, down in Golden, which was absolutely crazy and hectic, but really fun. And together with that, we try and twice a year have trainings for our leaders and our advocates. We're really lucky that we got connected with a pedestrian advocate that lives down in Denver. He's walked across the country a couple of times, which is crazy. I know, yeah. And he is making a lot of really great things happen with political activism, connecting people, and that's kind of the model that we want to follow here. So as I said, Anya was the person who started it after her experience and just realizing how unsafe it is people for walk, and also like how can be very isolated in today's modern society. So we kind of want to break that down. And I think seeing one of my favorite things is having people realize that their favorite spa existed right here in Longmont that they've never been to. I did a walk at Boulder Reservoir, and there was this couple that had been living here for 11 years, and they had never been to Boulder Reservoir. And they were like, "This is so beautiful. I didn't know this was here."
Right.
And I think it's just that, just realizing there's so much beauty around you. There's so much things going on, and yeah, really connecting and being grateful for that.
Fantastic. What is your focus at Longmont Walks?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is building community and finding ways for people to be able to connect. And whether you're a remote worker or you're looking for new people to be able to connect with, or people who are different to be able to connect, we really try to keep politics, religion, all of that stuff completely out of our walks, and just have people come together and be able to talk about their day, about what they're going through, and just be able to have that experience of walking with somebody new. And I think walking is perfect for that, because you're kind of moving, there's an awkward silence, you're still doing something, can take a little bit of time, you still have that hike. So I think moving your body really brings out a way to be able to do stories. And as I was saying before, we have people from 19 to 70, people who are very different, and people who are teaching a lot of different things for people. And we've had people go on and do secret Santa parties, have Thanksgiving dinners together, and also get together to volunteer, whether it's a Longmont Humane Society. And yeah, at any moment, it's really amazing to me that I have this like list of numbers in my phone, and I can text people. And when we moved or anything like that, all of these people are connected. All of these people kind of look out for each other. So we're really lucky to have this small community of people who are connected, and people who I know, if I tell them, let's go pick up some trash by Macintosh, they're going to be willing to do that and willing to help their community. And yeah, I think connecting people with each other and with their community is our biggest focus.
Who are you trying to reach with your organization?
Yeah, we're trying to reach, anybody and absolutely everybody. And I think that a big focus on our walks is that we try to make walks which accept absolutely everybody. We've had people come out and have babies and strollers, or toddlers and strollers, and if that toddler gets super excited about a rock or a plant and it takes them 10 minutes to keep on going, we are going to hang out. We are going to be together, I think going at the pace of whoever is the slowest that day is kind of like something that we really want to do, something that we want to keep together. We've had a lot of very serious Colorado hikers go on and be like, you guys are too slow. And we're like, yes, we are too slow. If you want to work out, this is not where you want to
Right.
go. And yeah, we've had people have experiences with, there are some very serious hiking and walking groups in Boulder, and they will post like, how fast you have to be walking, and they will say, we will leave you behind. That is not what we want to do. We want to create a space where anybody can come out, and if we are doing a longer walk, we usually will be able to like turn around, be able to like find ways for people to be able to complete it. And yeah, we want everybody to come out. We've had a lot of people be able to regain their health or start building, kind of like walking, getting more movement in their lives through the walks that we've done. So yeah, I think the people that we're looking for is really anybody that wants to be able to build community, that is willing to accept other people and maybe meet some people which are outside of their bubble, which some ideas which may challenge them, and people who are wanting to work within their community. But yeah, if you want to come out, walk a little bit, definitely make it happen. You're going to meet some new people. Might be awkward the first or second time, but after a while, you will definitely like make some new friends and connect with people.
That's great. I was going to say, you mentioned 19 to 70. So I was like, is there an age group? Definitely moms with kids, right?
Yeah,
Not
mom with
such as
kids is something that could
babysitting.
happen.
Here,
Yeah,
walk my
if you
kid.
want to bring that kid out, I have helped push the stroller, through Macintosh, made that happen. We've had some dogs come out, so usually like we can make things work, and I think it's really great to see how our community looks out for each other. I'm usually leading the walk, but people will ask to take breaks, share snacks, share water. So we've definitely really tried to build that awareness that we're building, that we're connecting with each other. And we like to call kind of the distance between walkers the bubble, right? And if that bubble gets too extended, you got to stop, bring people together. And we try to do a lot of different things to get different people talking with each other. We open every single one of our walks with an introduction circle, share a funny story about something, and then throughout that walk, usually have one or two prompt questions to like really try and get people to go a little bit deeper and learn a little bit more. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I was gonna say, sounds like you keep it mostly on paved or easy roads. It's not like a rigorous hike up a mountain so much.
Yeah, we do all kinds. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. We have done Devil's Backbone up in Loveland, and we've also done Rabbit Mountain here. And yeah, so there definitely are different walks which happen a little bit. Sometimes we will do a little bit more strenuous hikes for people. Usually we will let people know they can turn around at a different time or come back, you know. But yeah, great motivation is that almost always we are checking out a local restaurant. And I always joke that we can't be objective about these restaurants because we've walked 4 or 5 miles. So we're all pretty
You're hungry.
Everything tastes amazing, you know. But yeah, it's a really good way to recharge right after.
Right on.
Yeah. Right.
What makes the work of Longmont Walks different than other similar serving organizations? Though I haven't heard of anything that's quite like Longmont Walks.
Yeah, I think what I really love is that, you know, while service is a big part of what we do, kind of like service is more of a natural extension of the way that we build community. And the fact that we have people who know each other, who look out for each other, you know, and also just having that accountability. You know, there's been so many times I've woken up at 7 on a Saturday.
I don't want to get up.
Yeah,
It's
I don't want to do
warm.
this.
I'm tired.
And, you know, if there was nobody waiting for me, I'd turn around, put the sheets right back on. But it's
Right.
like, yeah, there's going to be like 12, 15 people at that trailhead, and they're expecting you to show up. And I mean, I have never regretted getting up and going out for a walk and being able to do that. And then I think kind of like that focus is building that community first. And then through that community and through those connections of friendship, of caring, then we're able to really do things for the community, right? Like when we met with some people over at our center and they were letting us know that they were doing a clothing drive, a food drive, you know, we were able to get out, we have a couple hundred members, maybe a little bit less of people who show up to walks, but we reach out to them. And yeah, they turned out and did an amazing turnout. We got several 100 pounds of food, tons of clothes, you know. And then I had no idea that so many people would want to do a trash walk and go out and spend like 3 hours on a Saturday morning just walking around and picking up trash and getting in the mud and doing all of that. But people loved doing it and loved making it happen. And so, yeah, I think it is really interesting that we're kind of starting with things, I think, almost opposite the way that other organizations do it, right? Usually an organization has a focus on what they do, and then community naturally happens through that. For us, it's more like we provide the space for people to connect, and then because of that, we build this capacity to be able to bring people together and have them make changes in their community.
Ah, that's awesome. I love everything about that. What are your greatest needs?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. We're really thankful that, yeah, monetarily, we really don't have any big expenses. And we did have the very first time that we had to kind of like reach out and ask our community for money. Meetup is surprisingly expensive. And also, we wanted to create some merch and be able to do some donations so we could get some professional training and pedestrian advocacy. And yeah, to be honest, in my head, I was like, we need to raise a couple $1,000s. I was like, there is no way people are going to donate a couple $1,000s just to go to walks, you know? But yeah, we completely went above and beyond anything that we needed. And we're really thankful that, I mean, basically, the biggest thing that we need is people who are willing to come out, take the time to be able to volunteer, people who are willing to do more and different kinds of walks, you know? When I started coming here with my wife on my walks, I was the person that was talking about, you know, we should go do this hike and check out this restaurant and do that. And people were just like, well, you should do it. And now I'm actually doing it, getting out there. And when we've done walks up in Loveland or Fort Collins in different spaces, people are always asking us, we don't have anything like this over here. Or we've done walks where we wanted to connect with the senior center, get people out, be able to listen to their stories, So I think the biggest thing is that we need people that have ideas for ways to build community. We have a need for people that are parts of different communities and maybe aren't getting this kind of community building, and connecting them with us and being willing to be leaders, lead walks, and identify needs in the community. And yeah, if anybody out there, I know you have so many amazing connections in the community. If you have other organizations, that need people, need some people to show up, we can always mobilize the Longmont Walkers, get them out there, or we love to support local businesses and see local businesses grow. I think we've taken. We did the numbers for last year, and we brought something from all the local businesses that we went to, we ended up having 5,000 times of people walking into local businesses, learning about them, and just putting that money into the local community.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I love it.
What a great thing you guys have.
Thank you.
Do you have any events coming up or volunteer opportunities, or is it just kind of, I know you have trainings that you have and stuff, so just talk about a little bit about that.
Sure. We don't have any trainings on the calendar right now. We're hoping to have one in summer, and the first thing is definitely start coming out to the walk, start meeting some people. We will be doing another trash pickup walk. And we work together with Justin Robbins, who is this guy that he's amazing. You got to look him up on YouTube.
Okay.
He has walked during the pandemic. He walked every street in Longmont.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he is the original Longmont trash picker-upper guy. He just did a trash marathon, which is amazing. Walked 26 miles, picking up trash the entire way. And we have worked with him to do some of our beautification walks. We are going to do a beautification walk over by the sugar mill here, which needs a lot of work, kind of get people out there, pick up trash, and just let them see. And we're always hoping when we're doing that the people who are driving by are like, what's going on with those people? Oh, they're picking up a trash. Maybe I should not throw this out, definitely make something happen. And we always have drives to come up with our center. And we're also always looking for opportunities to be able to connect with other organizations. And if there is somewhere where we can have a walk, have our members do something that's good for the community, and then have everybody go eat some tacos, that's something we're always looking for, definitely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
How can people connect and find out more about Longmont Walks?
Yeah, the easiest way, we are on Facebook, Instagram, but the easiest way you can find us is going on to Meetup. Meetup is thankfully absolutely free for people who want to come to events, and you can see all of the events that we have. We have an amazing, on Tuesdays, Ginger, one of our leaders, does this amazing walk at Sandstone Ranch, and she is the greatest birder I've ever known, and by osmosis, I have learned so much. The other day I was walking with my wife, and I was like, oh, that's a ferruginous hawk. And she's like, who are you? How do you know birds now, But
that's great.
You'll walk with her. She'll tell you all about the birds. There are some really cute baby owls by Sandstone that you get to see. And we do have a good connection with Sandstone Ranch. Some of our members are really lucky to volunteer there, and that's an amazing organization, getting kids
Sandstone.
out, being able to have them see more of the natural world. That was a great space. And we have walks on Lake McIntosh on Wednesdays, Pella's on Fridays, which if you want to see the osprey grow up, that's one of my favorites because you slowly see them get more feathers and then they're gone one day.
Yeah.
They're off to live their osprey lives, definitely. And then, I have a walk up in Loveland doing the Big Thompson. We're hoping to get out to La Camorra down in Lafayette, which has some amazing views, trash walk over in the sugar mill. And I'm going to be doing one of our favorites, which is a picnic walk where we go over to cheese importers, buy bread, charcuterie, cheeses, and then just go to a local park, sit down, and just have people talk with each other.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you would like to add, maybe that we skipped over, or you just feel passionate that maybe you just have a couple stories that you just really want to share?
I think one of my favorite stories is definitely seeing how me and my wife really became Longmont.Serves for this organization, And I think we moved over here. My wife had graduated from law school, and she was studying for the bar, and it was a difficult transition, It was a lot of changes, but I think that thanks to being able to build community and meet some new people and also just see so much of the natural beauty that we have here in Longmont. We've really become just connected to this community. When we first moved here, we were like, we're going to be in Longmont for a year, get some cheap rent, and then go to Denver or something. I know, it's not great, right? It's cheaper comparatively, slightly, yeah. And yeah, then we fell in love with Longmont, with everything that we have to do here.
It's a gem.
It is, right?
It really is.
I know, and we're building so much. Hopefully it won't change too much, but if it's a gym, people are going to want to be here, and going to be able to want to do that.
Hopefully it just improves it and we build community even more.
And I hear those stories from people. As I said, we had a really great Thanksgiving dinner where we had about 20, 30 people bring food, We had a Christmas get together, which was really amazing, And I just love hearing from people like, at that Thanksgiving dinner, I heard from people like, I just don't have anybody to do this for anymore. Right. I don't have people to cook for anymore, I don't really have a space where I can have like this kind of like Christmas moment, where I can do that and show care for other people. And people are able to do that through the organization that we're doing. And when we did that beautification walk and picked up trash, so many people, I think in their day-to-day lives are kind of really busy and don't realize that even a little bit of time that they have, they can give back to the community. Yeah. And people have been walking, they were carrying these gigantic trash bags all over the place, right? They were tired, but you could just tell that they were kind of really happy, So it's
fulfilling.
It's fulfilling, yeah, definitely. And I think I love being able to introduce people to something new that they didn't think they could have done, and just using those connections and that friendship that we have to like expand people's ideas and just make them realize. I just had somebody 2 weeks ago say, oh, like there is stuff to do in Longmont. And I was like, there's always stuff to do here, yeah. But I think, getting out of your bubble, taking some time to like look at the space around you can really change things. And we're lucky that we're able to do that for people by connecting them to new people and just connecting them to place, connecting them to Longmont.
Well, and it doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You can
just
go walk
out,
around
walk
beautiful places,
yeah.
and it doesn't cost anything but some time.
I know, yeah. I just learned that we have 40 parks, and I'm like, I'm trying to get to all of them, but yeah, they're out there. Definitely, yeah. It's crazy, yeah.
That's fantastic. So my last question for you is, what does service mean to you?
Sure. Yeah, I think for me, service really means, being present with other people and realizing, and figuring out what they need through listening, And I've been part of. I was in the Peace Corps in Guatemala and did some work over there, and I think I've been able to see. A lot of times there's a disconnect between the organizations that are doing work and then the people that work is going to. Right. And I think kind of taking that time to get to know the space that you're in and, what people actually need there. So I think if I want to talk about anything, it's definitely about that. And I do think that with the walks that we do and the time that we get, we're able to learn so much about the community. And I think for me, just like holding that space to listen to other people and having a willingness to be able to give a little bit of your time and understand, people know what they need and what's best for them, and they can communicate and they can talk through what they're going through.
That's a great answer.
Thank you. I felt like a lot, but that worked out.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jorge, for coming on the show and for what you do. I think that's to advocate for this and get people together, and I think it's fantastic. And I appreciate what you're doing in the community. Yeah,
and thank you so much. And I will learn a little bit about everything that you're doing as well. It also sounds amazing, and I'm so blessed to be here. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you to my guests, my listeners, and my supporters. Serving together, we can strengthen our community. Please like and subscribe. Do all those other things. You got to do them, because that's the easiest way that you can serve right now. All right, now go. Connect with others and be a blessing.